Hey there, welcome to Tim Talks Cooking. I'm Tim, and today I'm going to show you how to make cauliflower pizza crust. I think you're going to love this recipe. I'm going to show you 2 ways to prepare it, so let's get started. Obviously, to make cauliflower pizza crust, we're going to have some cauliflower, some shredded cauliflower. Here I've got 6 cups, actually in both bowls I have 6 cups of cauliflower that's been shredded. This has been cooked in the microwave oven for about 10 minutes, just like I do in the video where I make cauliflower rice. I'll put the link for that up here on the screen, and I'll put another one in the description below. This we're going to set aside and let it cool off so that we can handle it. This bowl of cauliflower is raw. It's just shredded and raw, no salt, no anything. We're going to evaporate the water in it, because it's full of water, on the stovetop in a dry skillet. Let me show you how to do that. First, transfer the shredded cauliflower to a non-stick skillet. It doesn't really have to be non-stick, I just think it makes it easier. Got the flame on not too high, not too low, about medium. And here we're just going to stir it constantly while it cooks. Now after about 10 minutes, what you're going to notice is that the cauliflower is starting to brown slightly, and that's exactly what we want. Notice you still have all this steam coming off of the cauliflower. I'm thinking we're pretty much there, so I think we can go ahead and turn the heat off and move to the next step. Next, transfer the cauliflower to a bowl so it can cool. Here we've got our 2 bowls of cauliflower. This is the cauliflower that I steamed in the microwave, and this is the cauliflower that I just cooked in the skillet. You can see the difference in volume. It loses about 1/3 of its volume in the cooking process. That's just what we want. Now here, we're going to let this cool off, and this I'm going to show you how to turn this into what we want for pizza dough. Now you can make this a little bit less messy by lining the bowl you cook it in with cheesecloth, or with the cloth that you're going to use to squeeze the water out. I'm going to first just empty this out here onto my kitchen towel, just like this. Next, gather up the corners and make a sort of a pouch out of this, just like that. What we want to do next is squeeze out all the water. You can twist it a little bit, but watch how much water there's in this. Look at that. Wow, right? Just keep squeezing until you've gotten as much water out as you can. And when you're done, let me show you what this looks like. Here we've got our nice dry cauliflower. And for the sake of comparison, just check it out. This is a little more compact because we've been squeezing it together, but you can see these are roughly the same size now. They're roughly the same volume. Now, it doesn't really matter how you cook your cauliflower rice. I've combined the 2 different kinds here, and they're going to work out just fine that way. We're going to start off here with 8 cups of shredded cauliflower that's been cooked and that we've squeezed the water out of, or that we've cooked the water out of, either way. And next, I'm going to add to it, here I've got 2 cups of grated Parmesan cheese. Use cheap Parmesan cheese. Don't spend a lot of money on this. It loses its flavor in the cooking process. We really want it just for structure here. Let's stir that in a little bit. And then next I'm going to add in some eggs. This is 2 beaten eggs right here. And some flavorings. I've got 2 teaspoons each of garlic powder and oregano. You could, of course, leave these out if you like, but I think they're nice. Get those in there. And next, of course, a little salt and a little freshly ground black pepper. There we go. And now we're just going to mix these together until they make a nice homogeneous dough. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 200 degrees Celsius, and I'm going to show you how to form the crusts up. Here I've already got one done. You can do them in any shape and any size that you like. You just take a mound of the dough that we have here, put it on your parchment paper. You could use a silpat too. This is really best done like this. I would not grease a baking sheet and attempt to do it that way, you're going to need some kind of parchment or Silpat. These are ready to go in the oven now at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, there we go, hot out of the oven. We're going to let those cool for about 5 minutes or so. Here you can see that with this recipe, I made 8 individual pizza crusts. Of course, you can dress it up with whatever toppings you like. Here I've got some sauce, a little mozzarella, some pepperonis, and this is ready to go back in the oven for about 15 minutes. After 17 minutes, I've pulled it out of the oven, and I'm going to add here just some torn basil leaves while it's really hot as a garnish. We'll wait about 5 minutes before serving it. Look at all the pizza crust I got out of just 2 heads of cauliflower. It's really, really great. And let me just show you. Here's one of the crusts. You can see it's pretty flexible. It's pretty solid. It's not going to just fall apart. And they cook up really great. Let me tell you what. I'm going to put these in the freezer, and they'll keep for 6 months or even more in there. They're not going to be in my freezer for 6 months, trust me. Anyway, let's give this a taste here. Yeah, I think these are just great. And really, really nice. It's a nice, simple pizza crust. It's not crunchy like bread. It's not like bread. It does have a little bit of a cauliflower taste. That's why the garlic powder, right? It's chewy and just delicious, I think. And it also allows you to have pizza on a diet. Love it. Listen, thanks so much for joining us here today at Tim Talks Cooking. Before you go, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and especially subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel grow, and it helps you find my videos, especially if you click on that notifications bell. We'll catch you next time. Tim Talks Cooking.